Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Akansha. I noticed that came last week. Come here. Okay, take out in the meantime your notes are where you are at irrigation and your है ना उधर राखी hand out है sign up last for this case report. No. Two is done. हाँ MOV है ये तो ड्राइव में मार्च के जाकर हाँ मेरा टाइप करने की बात करना चाहिए For MOV, no, there is this website list charts. Earlier, Spark Notes. Now Spark Notes is membership. They are asking you to pay. Correct. So there is this list charts which is similar. litcharts.com. So it has all the translations, just like it was in Spark Notes. Lit charts, LIT, where is my LITCHARTS, litcharts.com. This one, no, what is yes. Now so that it chat, so it has got the summaries also and the exact conversation. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Who was that? Some girls? Yes, ma'am. If someone needs that, go from the top. I like No, he didn't know you were coming, so he just walked. I mean, unnecessarily, no. I myself saw he just walked here. He didn't come to know you were walking in. तो चालू अपना मुद्दा करता है मार खाना कुछ sometimes होता होगा कुछ नहीं करता होगा but now it was not that doesn't mean every time Now this is not right. You're not simply putting it down. पूरा gang up करके. अब तेरा friend आता है, you couldn't have said anything. This man is this. बोलने के टाइम को चार सौ बोल दे रहा है और सुना ही लेता है तो नहीं that river on irrigation. Yes, irrigation, this what are the traditional means?
Yes, ma'am, we had written this.
Right. Now I would like silence while I'm teaching, else I will either change your place or if it irritates me beyond a certain limit, you will be straight up. Then you go and sit with the 9 ICSE and study for this. But you go and do whatever you want. Okay, so wells, tanks and canals. Modern ways are tube wells, perennial canals, drip irrigation, spray irrigation, furrow irrigation and spray irrigation. I'll show you. Remove your notebooks to where you all have stopped. I'm coming around. I want to see the last thing we wrote. Yes. So open your books to that page. Irrigation study. Open your books to that page. Notebooks. No, last year action is no excuse. You need to see that it's done before the next class. Find out what was done. Let me start your question. You go there. I see everyone had a choice of classmates. So हम लोग अभी देखिए ना मार्केट करेंगे तो वो लोग क्या करेंगे Okay, so coming to irrigation, first is wells. Wells. You can write the, don't write everything important point. So well irrigation is the oldest method, normally carried out where soil is soft and easy to dig. Where soil. Why is there murmuring behind? Is soft and easy to क्या बीच ओके थोड़ा साइड में हो और देख ना ओके लाइक हाँ there and anyway even if it isn't it's from here only so right where soil is soft and easy to dig and which are the places where it is practiced UP, Punjab, Haryana, Bihar, Goa, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. You could write any 5 names. Maybe write the first 5. Order from Amazon.
मेरे पास भी एक एक्स्ट्रा बुक पड़ी है मैं पे एक एक्स्ट्रा बुक पड़ी है एक है मेरे नाम में किसने साइन करने
Okay, UP, Punjab, Haryana, Bihar, Goa, Gujarat. Next. Now, if anything is left, you mark it in your text. Okay. Then there are 3 different methods of lifting water from wells. First is the Persian wheel method. Second is the lever method. And third is the inclined plane. Persian wheel is this method. So here, no, these are all buckets. So this turns and then those buckets get filled with water and they empty itself over there. There is a kind of a channel that is made. So they empty, all those buckets empty itself into that channel which supplies water to the farms. This is the lever method. You can see where this the bullock turns round and that gets the water out from the sea. Okay, and this is the inclined plane method, where you will have bullocks going to and fro. They'll be moving front and back. When they move in the front, the water will empty itself from here. Okay, there'll be like some kind of a bag or bucket or whatever, and then when it moves down, it empties itself. When it goes behind, again it goes down and fills the water. Okay, so that is the inclined plane method. So these are the 3: Persian wheel, lever, and inclined plane. So just write down the names. Done? These are traditional methods, so then again all have their own more of disadvantages.
You can write inclined
As in,
plane method.
you can write inclined plane. You better do it fast. I finished writing it. Now, advantages, this you don't need to write, you could mark in your text. Advantages of well irrigation: less expensive, can be dug where the soil is soft. Oxen kept for plowing field can be utilized for oxen is what? The bullocks. Okay, kept for plowing of field can be utilized for drawing water at no extra cost. तो आगे अगर को नहीं दिख रहा है उधर से तो कम by using pumps and tube wells, water can be lifted from great depths. These are the advantages. Disadvantages, it's difficult to dig wells or bore wells in the hilly regions where the land is rocky, okay, and hard. So especially in the southern peninsula. Due to uneven distribution of underground water resources in different areas, wells do not function effectively. Uneven distribution means there might be places where you don't have underground water. So how can the well function? Then owing to excessive withdrawal of underground water, lowering of the water table, the conventional wells dry up. Because you're overutilizing that water. So the groundwater, the water table goes down. So that depletes the water resources and the wells dry up. You don't have enough water there. It's expensive for a farmer to use electricity or diesel to operate tube wells, which may also cause many problems. So these are the main, in your book, you just underline the important points. Tube well we'll do later. And next is canal. Canal is an important and effective means of irrigation in India. Canal irrigation is mainly concentrated in UP, Punjab, Haryana. Since digging is difficult in the rocky and uneven surfaces of land, canals are practically absent in the southern peninsula, same as wells. There are two types of canals, inundation and perennial. Inundation canals. What are inundation canals? See, you can see this image. So it's like you'll have a river flowing, and through that they will make an outlet for the water to flow. Okay. So inundation canals are those canals which are taken out directly from rivers without any regulating system. What is a regulating system? Means nothing to hold the water or to accumulate the water. The water just flows from the river. So without any regulating systems like barrage or dam, barrage is any kind of an obstruction. This type of canal provides water for irrigation only during the rainy season. So what is this could be a disadvantage, right? Because only in the rainy season they provide water. Since the level of water drops after the rainy season is over, the canal dries up. Like now you can see the force of the water is not much. So the water is not flowing through these canals. The second and the better one, those are perennial canals. They are those canals which are taken off from perennial rivers. What are perennial rivers? Rivers which flow all through the year. By constructing a dam or barrage across the river. So these are then obstructed, so water can be accumulated. And the flow can also be regulated. We don't even want excess water going into the fields. These canals, yes, Akanksha?
So we can say that, right? Inundation canals are made on seasonal rivers and not on perennial rivers.
Yes. And they are a disadvantage if they are built on seasonal rivers. And even if it is on a perennial river, the water cannot be controlled. It cannot be regulated. So
Okay,
that
ma'am.
would be a problem. So either it would have, if it's a seasonal river, there would be times when there is probably no water going. So the farms would dry up, and in case the river is in flood, then even the farms would automatically get flooded. Correct? So it would cause
Yes, ma'am.
harm.
Okay, ma'am.
Then, right. These canals, so now perennial canals, the second point, these canals help to irrigate large areas, okay, and can draw water throughout the year. The name itself suggests perennial. Today in India, most of the canals are perennial. So between inundation and perennial canals are better and more important and more reliable. This could be there in your text also.
But here it is.
Yes. You all can underline this same thing.
Here.
No, I see where now without any parrot or that. Don't exam anything study. This is just to give you an understanding. Okay, so understood the concept here, inundation and perennial. Now, advantages of canal irrigation. You have it in your book?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So what you would do there, I can see around 6 points. So if there is something more here, you add it in your book only. In the model. So advantages of canal irrigation. Perennial canals provide constant supply of water and save the crops from drought situations. Correct? Drought means when there is less water, when there is scarcity of water, at that time perennial canals are of help. Canal irrigation has proved to be a boon to the sandy areas of Rajasthan, which are yielding good agricultural crops. So there at times when there is less water, perennial canals are helpful in providing water to those areas. Canal irrigation has converted Punjab and Haryana into a granary of the country. Granary means granary means yes. Granary is actually a place where grains are stored. So it's like a storehouse of grains because there's a lot of lots of grains and crops that are grown. Canals carry a lot of sediments. Sediments, what are sediments? All the rocks and soil and small pebbles and all that are brought down from the mountains, uh, which get deposited in the agricultural fields and add to the fertility of the soil. Like how alluvial soil is fertile. So these also bring with itself some amount of soil which is fertile, the sediments. Although the initial investment for constructing a canal is high, but it is quite cheap. Okay, like you have what is that sheet? What I'm trying, like you have even like you have solar energy, right? It's expensive to install solar panels, right? But then they say that in the long run, it's more cost effective because then it saves your electricity bills and all. So this is on the same line. So initially you're spending more, but eventually it becomes more cost effective. Okay, so you can say that it is more cost effective. Write this word in your books. Okay, where the same point is mentioned. Is it mentioned there? How much? Okay, so you could add You could add initial cost is high, but cheap for the long run. Cost effective. It's there. Disadvantages. During the rainy season, many canals overflow and flood the already cultivated areas. In areas where the water is excessively flowing in the fields, it raises the groundwater level and results in bringing the alkaline salts to the surface. So these are harmful for the crops, thereby making the field unfit for agriculture or unproductive. The water table increases because of excess water, and those bring alkaline salts, which is harmful for the crop. So that again destroys the crop. So that's a disadvantage. Due to water logging क्या होता है? जम जाता है, correct. It accumulates. The capacity of the soil to absorb water reduces because already वो saturated it, and thus ruins the standing crops, stored grains, etc. Our grains need to be kept in a dry atmosphere, so then it gets humid because of that, and that destroys the stored grains and also the crops. Canal irrigation is suitable mainly in plain areas because then you can regulate the supply of water. Then tank. Tank irrigation. You can see these two tanks. Tank irrigation is also, is one of the oldest. It is mainly carried out in the Rocky Plateau. So places where well is not possible. We need where can we dig wells where the soil is soft. So in these rocky areas you can build canals because you can't construct wells over there. So it is carried out mainly in the Rocky Plateau region of South India, where the rainfall is high and highly seasonal and uneven. Tank irrigation is practiced in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, etc. So you can write a few names like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. You could underline it in your notes. Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat. Tank irrigation is mainly prevalent in South India. Mainly prevalent in South India means more due to the following reasons. Southern rivers are not snow fed and are dependent on rainfall. Okay, they don't get those rivers don't get water from the melting snow. They are only dependent on rainfall. Streams. So which means there would be time when the rivers are having less water. At that time, these canals turn out to be more healthy. The streams are mainly seasonal and dry up once the rainfall is over. So both are interconnected. Due to hard rocks, non-porous and rocky surface, the water doesn't penetrate through the layers of the soil. So digging wells is not possible. Okay, so where digging wells is not possible, that's why you have these tanks which are built. The Deccan terrain is uneven. Deccan is what? It's a plateau made of hard rock. Is uneven with many natural depressions which facilitate. Natural depressions means they like valleys. So naturally only it is a little lower. So it becomes more easy to construct a tank over there. Till the time you have water being supplied by the rivers, which happens, those seasonal rivers, so water will always be. Now, advantages. It is expensive as they are mostly. It is inexpensive as they are mostly natural. it is highly beneficial. Like we spoke about the depression, so it's more or less natural. They might at the most build some wall on the side to accumulate the water. It is highly beneficial in the uneven rocky plateau of the Deccan since rainfall is seasonal. This is there. If there is any point which you are not coming across, you can add. It is highly significant because it stores the abundant rainwater and reduces the waste of excessive flowing water. What is happening? Abundant rainwater means extra rainwater which would have otherwise gone waste. That is now being collected over here. Since wells and tube wells cannot be dug in the rocky surface of the Deccan Plateau, tanks are easily constructed. Then disadvantages. In the absence of rainwater during the dry season, the tanks become dry and fail to provide water for irrigation. Due to deposition of sediments, the tanks get silted soon, and desilting is necessary for making irrigation suitable, which is expensive. Like you have to again, there would be sediments accumulated because it's not flowing. So then again, desilting, it's like a cleaning is required. How you have the tanks in your house? You need to clean it regularly, right? If you don't clean it, will you be able to use the water? You can't use. So that desilting is required. Tanks occupy large fertile areas, right? You can see the amount of space that is occupied here, which could have otherwise been used for agricultural purposes. Because tanks are more like horizontal. Where is that deep? So here a lot of this is actually so since tanks are extensive and shallow, extensive means they are broad and they are shallow, they are not deep like wells. Huge quantities of stored water go waste. Why? As it gets evaporated. Or it sinks underground because it's just lying there. Okay? So these are the disadvantages of tank irrigation.
Ma'am,
Hmm?
ma'am, what is the meaning of silting?
Silting is you have sediments which get settled over there. Like it is in your, say if you have a tank in your house, don't you need to do a regular cleaning? If you don't do, are you able to use it?
No, ma'am.
No. So you need to get it cleaned on a regular basis. So that's what happens here as well.
Okay, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Hmm? There would be some, it's not absolutely non-porous. So there might be some cracks and issues there, which get settled up. Okay. Now, conventional system of irrigation or the traditional method of irrigation has a, so these that we did is the conventional or traditional, the old methods. So what are the disadvantages? In this method, large quantity of water cannot be used. Water logging is caused. What is water logging? Accumulation of water in low-lying agricultural fields due to the flowing of excess water, which may damage the crops and give poor yields. What happens because of water logging? Alkaline salts come up to the surface. We did that just now, no? For the crops. Yes. No, that is something else. These are alkaline salts which are in the water. So these are algae. Due to the accumulation of salts in arid and semi-arid regions, arid means Pay attention. So arid means what? Dry. Remember now, don't forget that, you should know. So, due to accumulations of salts in arid and semi-arid regions of India, large tracts of land are left barren and cannot be used. Barren means you don't have agriculture happening there. No fertile soil. So, modern methods of irrigation are efficient. So, now we talk about the modern methods of irrigation. Yes. Right now, yeah. Right now, modern irrigation. Huh? After this, we do minerals. You don't have bauxite, right? Anyone
Yes,
has
we
not?
know.
So you have iron ore, manganese,
Manganese,
copper.
copper, uric acid.
These three you have. Okay, so now modern methods you have drip irrigation. This method is considered to be the most efficient and advanced system of irrigation. It is supposed to be most efficient and advanced. Points you could write. या तो सब कुछ लिखेगा बस right you don't know how to write how to speak important points and how to write that तो फिर that लिख रहा था उधर से now I'm saying write the important it's not that it's from here only वो अच्छा लगना कुछ नहीं it's from here only but why I told you not to write because लिखना चला तो explanation if they are from the volume and from the text, they are all from the same. So this method is considered to be, and few things I have added like to make you all understand things better. So this method is considered to be the most efficient and advanced system of irrigation. It supplies water to the roots of the plants slowly. You can see this. Yes, how you'll have the pipe on the ground only and it will supply water. So it has that kind of a hose where water is supplied drop by drop. Drop by drop. Huh? Drop by drop. You've seen this when? Drip, drip. Drip, because water is dripping. Okay. So what is happening here? It's going drop by drop. So it supplies water to the roots of the plant slowly through pipes, valves, tubing, etc. and thus saves water and fertilizers. This helps in the reduction of evaporation. So this is a very important point where there is reduction of evaporation. The next is sprinkler irrigation. This one here. This you must have seen in many places. Gardens usually. That is grass. Yeah, sit focus. Okay. So it is a method by which water is supplied to the plants uniformly through a nozzle fitted in a pipe. Nozzle fitted in a pipe. It is widely used in arid areas as it checks and controls wastage of water through evaporation and seepage. One advantage of this type of irrigation is there is no loss of water through evaporation and seepage. And one disadvantage is that it is expensive and it can water only a small area. So they will switch it on only when required, but then it is only over a small area. Okay, because उसका भी कुछ distance रहता है ना to which it goes. Yeah, not too much.
मैम लेकिन वो रेन वाटर वाला ऐसा ही देगा
But वो सबकी तरह नहीं होता है ना, and then to install again you have to spend. Now see there how many are there? 4, 5 are there.
नो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि वो शॉर्ट जगह पे ऐसा रेन
हाँ,
कर सकता है
but larger areas में वो possible नहीं है. See here, in this much area only they put 3 of those.
तीन एक ही जगह पे रेन
Next is furrow. This one is furrow. ये वाला जो है, this is spray. Yeah.
बिल्कुल लगे ना बाबा से
Okay. Furrow irrigation. Okay. Right now.
उसको ऐसे लगेगा तो पानी चलेगा
It's spreading. Yeah. Correct.
इसलिए तेरा नाम आपको पता
अच्छा बस furrow irrigation. Yeah. Was that? Thank you. कोई बोला?
बाबा ने ये बोला
चलो ठीक है.
छोटा आरोप लगा जाता है
Because of your others want to study and they are not.
अभी मैंने नहीं किया झूठ बोल रहा है
ठीक है. अभी 1, 2, 3 everyone stop. Furrow irrigation.
साथ में जाके चोर बाजार में बेचूंगा
Whatever you want to do after that. I mean not that nikalna. I want to five fabrics I want to do it after. I know you say math. Okay, so furrow irrigation is a type of irrigation in which furrows are dug. You know, you can see these are known as the furrows. Are dug between rows of crops and water is evenly distributed in the entire field. It is one of the oldest methods. So what happens in this? Furrows are dug. Yeah. Oldest and cheapest.
ये गटर से नहीं
हाँ, but water it's similar lines, but then water is they have deliberately done it so that water is supplied. Then you have spray irrigation. In this type of irrigation, water is shot from high pressure sprayers onto the crops through a long hose pipe. It is expensive but utilizes water more efficiently. Since it is sprayed, a good amount of water gets evaporated. So that is its one disadvantage, that a good amount of water gets. I am continuing, which means you need to wait and listen to what I'm telling. So it needs to, so because it is being sprayed, one disadvantage is that a good amount of water gets evaporated. Another disadvantage would be it is expensive, and one advantage would be it utilizes water more effectively. Now we have 10 minutes. I'm taking it back to those pages. You want to write down the important points, you can do. Okay? Now I'm not going to answer anything. Here, let everyone do it. Individually, I will come to you. Okay? Nobody will ask anything. When I come round, you can clear things. Spray this previous one. No, all this you are not good. You are good. This you are good. This you are good. This you are not. No, you don't want to try. Sprinkler, sprinkler. Then also you would even yeah. So furrow is somewhat like this, where you have one this going, and then you would have like this. Here you would have your crops going. Who's talking?
Ma'am, can you repeat what we have to do?
No, I've kept it on that page in case you want to write down the important points, anything from them.
Yes, yes.
And you could draw this. Your resources are because it's continuously being sprayed. Water is flowing, but then it's like you see that. See in the book, are you taking the points in the book? Advantage also would be more area can be with water, so this stay more than as compared to stay. Yes, since it is sprayed, a good amount of water. This would actually depend on the water source. Usually in areas where water is easily available, so then the disadvantage that in case of lack of availability of water, furrow irrigation will not work as an efficient. Spray and sprinkler also. Spray would be lesser, or spray would be more. Spray that is more and for the sprinkler. Read the text, you'll understand. Now in the next class, we will start with minerals. We have another 5 minutes. So in minerals, you have, yeah, you can. So here you have manganese, iron, copper, uses. That's it. No?
सिलेबस में से निकल
Syllabus में तेरे पास textbook भी नहीं है. Ideally, those who have the textbook know what I would want you to do for this week, coming week के पहले. Take the textbook, see the syllabus and mark whatever it is in the syllabus. Not mark. Already done, no? Okay, those who haven't, how many of you have it marked? Raise your hands. How many of you have marked it in your text? So whatever is left, full chapters, all chapters done, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 chapters done. I'm not talking only first assessment, full syllabus and full syllabus. Only 2 are done, see. Full syllabus. Yes, ICSE. Last chapter बता क्या omitted है? Not done. Okay. So most of you have not done. क्या करना? As per the CIC syllabus. Second last page. Get up. Go there. So, yes, exactly. So you see on the top. Okay, at the beginning of your chapter. Don't see inside. Here, see. Every chapter has this box. And in the syllabus, they have written as per this only. Okay? So exactly go as per this. And इसमें ही cut करना जो मिले. And then go back again and cancel it out. Like now in minerals, what is not there? In your textbook, you are quite perfect at least for now. Maybe you want to see on your own. This chapter is learning. Write the heading before we start for the next class. Yes, now वो ज़्यादा नहीं है. You have uses and distribution only. Yeah, okay. But I want to share again.
What?
Next. अच्छा।
चलिए की बात में करते हैं
Now where do I go?
हम वापस पर एकदम का नाच लाइक ना
New file I would. Your Google Drive. That first page I have left like that. So first one. But I don't want to share now. Not being shared.
No.
Minimize कर दूं?
अभी शेयर करना
नहीं अभी बाद में कर
शेयर कर इसमें शेयर करके फिर वो स्क्रीन सिलेक्शन में
बच्चे की और सामने आके एडवांस
Hey, who's trying to keep in mind? Sorry. I need to ask for it.
5 रुपए के पेन 20 पेन बड़ी पेन है जी
I didn't realize. क्या 500 है?
20 पेन है 5 रुपए की अच्छी
5 रुपए की कौन
Back in 5 minutes, okay? Girls, take your break. We'll be back in 5 minutes and we'll take up measurements now. Okay?